with the Twitch Alistar combo ban from DIG, because the Alistar ban is a two-part ban here. Not only is it the top lane Alistar that recently came to prominence, but also Aphromoo is a ridiculous Alistar player, and they don't want to give it over to them because it's a very strong flex pick.
So the Syndra gets banned out again, Kobe. None of that lane bully or control of having that long-range assassination towards the late game with Syndra's ultimate. Again, DIG loves floating on the blitz, and we'll probably get some top lane here, ZionSpartan.
So
let's go mid.
Yeah, so if they do that, I was going to say that Link could steal away as Ziggs. Link is definitely a Zig player as well, so they could have stolen that away if they wanted to jump on that top lane very quickly. And speaking of top lane, I mean, they banned out Italy, Alistar, and Maokai. So the next go-to has been Ryze, which again, still a flex pick for CLG. It could still go mid versus Ziggs.
There's a give me that on the Tristana as well.
Interesting steal away from KiWiKiD since he's gone back to that 2 times over. Doublelift has said so many times he doesn't really like playing with or against Trist though, so we'll see if he is comfortable on the champion now. His biggest complaint has always been the delay on rocket jump and the clunkiness that you feel when playing her because he's a bit older of a champion. Sometimes I feel like it kind of gets in his head and kind of messes with his skill shot dodging as well. But we'll see. This time away, it's a good pickup to steal away from PewDiePie since he's been relying on it.
So interesting. With the Nunu up even, they let that pass through. Not going to be something that Crumbzz wants to grab even with the Thresh combination that they have. So we go with the Kha'Zix again. Crumbzz is being very happy on aggressive junglers today.
So interesting. Nunu is still up for Dexter if he wanted to go that path. If that way, I mean, CLG already are looking really late game here with Ryze and Trist. They kind of need some sort of early dueling power for jungler to try and help those lanes get to late game, because
it's still locking.
The problem with late game compositions is getting there, obviously. And if you give up too much ground to a Kha'Zix early, it's very difficult. So we'll see. Nunu can do it. Nunu just does it in a different way than the duelist junglers. He does it by controlling the source of income for their enemies. If he can get that objective control with his consume, maybe we'll see him max consume this time. Steal away Crumbzz jungle. If he could starve Crumbzz and keep Crumbzz from impacting the lanes that way, then it will still work out for them. Early vision will help out a lot too, securing safety for those lanes.
Absolutely. So what do we have? Possibly a top lane pick. Could still have that Zillion. Like, you look at the game last time and it should have been a win. So the picks really don't have to change too much. It's the style of play that they brought to the table towards the late game. They are changing it up somewhat, but still a few of those same picks in Ryze and at least on the other side on Ziggs. They're feeling comfortable with what they have.
I think it's a lot of execution too. Teamfight execution needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Let's see here. Dignitas already have reset possibilities with Kha'Zix. I do like Kha'Zix plus Ziggs because Ziggs has so much AoE, can get targets to the low threshold that Kha'Zix loves to jump in for executes. All right, so they answer Trist with a Mundo. Very interesting pick there because while Mundo does scale extremely well into late game, as a tank, one of the best, Tristana has a built-in regeneration cut with the explosive shot active there. So that already is problematic for him. We'll see how they work around it.
ZionSpartan's been a little bit of a focus on Mundo before that pre-6. So I guess anybody would be on a Mundo pre-6. So we'll be watching for that for sure. If CLG tries to get that quick rotation to the top lane, one last pick to come in. Could be Seraphs, could be Lynx. Still have a flex on the Ryze. What are they going to decide to lock in here? Looking at the composition, they also want something that can kind of shut down, or no, assassinate. I was going to say shut down siege power. It looks like they want to create a little bit.
So they have the Braum plus Yasuo combo. Finally, we see super hard engage. CLG, this gives them all the tools to make those mid-game plays that they want to. They want to out-trade Dignitas in the mid-game objectives. Now they have the hard engage to force the issue. They have the Nunu to control the objectives. We'll see if they can execute, because Dignitas, once again, Shiphtur on Ziggs. very happy to be on that champion. He loves this champion.
Like Pole Belter was saying, he can 1v5 people. Why give it to him again? But
he's
they feel
also,
like they can.
Yeah, he also, taking Exhaust here, he's going to have a lot of answers for Yasuo in the late game. It's very easy to target Yasuo with that Exhaust when he jumps on you with the ulti. So they still do have strong team fight here for Dignitas as well.
And right before we'll get into the game and then talk about actually what's on the other side for Link. Now that you've seen the team comps, head over to Twitter, as usual. Let us know who's going to come out ahead in this game. Tweet at LOL Esports and use the hashtag DIGWin or CLGWin to cast your vote. And with Link's, I believe he stuck with an no, he changed it around. I was going to say he had Exhaust himself to counteract that, but it was the last second.
As a Mundo. So yeah, as much as I also really like Exhausts, especially for mid laners, as many Exhausts on your team as you can fit in. With Mundo running around, it's always good to have that extra ignite in case Tristana's not around.
Just in case, it could happen.
Well, so what could happen is a Yasuo ends up split pushing against the Mundo.
Yeah.
And so in that case, you're like, okay, I've got this great Exhaust. Doesn't help out very much. Definitely want the ignite if you're going to be 1v1 with Mundo, which happens a lot in this situation when you want to lane swap once you've got magic resist.
Absolutely. And what you saw last time, what they did here was they kind of played that top lane Ryze into the Mundo, and then they switched it up. They just put Link up top on the Yasuo, and we had the Spirit Vision coming out from ZionSpartan, so it was a little hard for him to take that Yasuo damage in the split push. Maybe they'll go do that again. It's kind of a tell with the composition they had that, like you said, the Nunu objectives, but it's a Glacial Fissure into Yasuo. You have to do that kind of stuff on a flank, on a Fog of War, because if you're just looking at the other team, they're going to dodge all these things.
They have that combo, and they also have the Trist Yasuo combo, which is that's super exciting to watch.
That's just really dangerous actually come out of nowhere. You can just buster shot somebody and make things happen. So
I feel like Doublelift is the guy to do it if they're going to go for a Trist Yasuo combo and have Trist jump in.
That's the thing, though. We got to get the Doublelift from scrims, like we saw in the videos on Reddit, where he jumps past everybody between two turrets and then shoots you out like an insect kick and then gets out of there with the reset of the kill. We'll see if they get that crazy this game. Right now, we're waiting out a quick pause in this game before we get ourselves started here and everything's sorted out. Coming into Game 4 right now, Dignitas pulling out a gigantic comeback last win, and definitely to the falter of CLG towards the end of the game. But CLG had to hold their own to cause that falter to happen. So credit to them, and kudos to the momentum they have coming into this fourth game. Obviously can't talk here. Nobody can get any more privy knowledge to what's going on in a pause. And we're going to see everybody getting it set. Might have been some runes out of Champion Select. We'll make sure those are set.
They're just having trouble actually loading into the game. Link not able to actually get onto the Rift. Won't be a very big problem. If he doesn't get in there, then we'll just remake the game.
I saw a thumbs up.
That could be good.
Huzzah!
I almost left, but I'm still in.
You can't leave. You gotta watch it. Cast it. Kobe, these games get pretty crazy. So what's going through? What's going through CLG's head after something like that happens? It was right here, and then it's gone. You just say, guys, that's not us, or wow, we're still kind of working on something.
That says heartbreak. They were so close. It's really hard and frustrating when you go through a game like that. Where you feel like you deserve the win and you almost had it. It's really hard to stay focused after that. So This is definitely going to be another one of those big tests if they can do that.
Very much so. We talked about it before. Mental fortitude, physical prowess, everything and every one of those bits comes into a best-of-5 series play. Right now, these guys are bringing themselves to the limit here in Game 4. And we could have another one to go after this.
And on the flip side, after winning a game like that for Dignitas, it is a huge morale boost. They definitely feel like they have the momentum now. Overcoming something like that gives you a lot of confidence moving forward in a best-of-5 series. And they want to end it out before it gets to 5.
Definitely not be something that the CLG fans were expecting, that's for sure. If Dignitas were able to close it out 3-1. A lot of people thought this game in general would be going to 5. The CLG had a bit of time to prepare for the best-of-5 as they were in Korea, but really fix their strategies and not change too much. They're really going back to a little bit of their reminiscent play, keeping everything in the team rotation instead of trying to win everything by themselves. Dexter sees Crumbzz. They have ward knowledge, easy stuff in the early part of the game, and it gets so much more calm in the beginning when teams know there's more on the line. This could be game point here for CLG, much less invading and just kind of getting those safe wards that they can on the other side of the jungle.
All river entrances awarded up for both teams. No invading starting this one off. Hovering down here for standard lanes. Looks like Zion does get sight of Seraph.
Very good.
And we will see the doubles match up again. A leash for Dignitas here for Crumbzz, but no leash for CLG. Dexter going to opt to start at red, and he will be seen by Crumbzz. See how Crumbzz takes this knowledge. He's definitely going to have to worry about Nunu invading fairly early, because we do have a ward start here from Dexter, so he's got a 3-minute ward in his pocket.
Keeping it safe.
KiWiKiD gets there in time. They get the heal from the Targons, the execute from the Targons. Nothing lost for that leash.
Yeah.
Good early start.
Aphromoo trying to put the pain on early. The crowd control is something that they really don't have with the auto attacks and the flay on the side of KiWiKiD, so they want to lock it down first. Yeah,
I mean, this is a lane, especially when you're watching Doublelift and Aphromoo. They like to take kill lanes to the extreme.
Yep.
Tristana plus Braum used to be one of the premier kill lanes for the bottom lane. But with a lot of the changes to both of the champions, actually, a lot of the early game damage was removed from this combo, and some of the early CC was removed from it as well, taking off some slow from Triss. So it's become a lot less potent of an early kill lane. However, that threat is still there.
Whoa! Seraph goes to ward. The timing is perfect. Right at 3 minutes. The flash is burned. They've got this. First blood going down in the top lane, and they give it to ZionSpartan.
Crumbzz waste no time.
Wow.
Talking about the boosted morale from that last win and the last Lee Sin kick that he made. Buff to buff, gets that level 3 off his wolf camp, immediately goes top. Perfect timing, as you said, right when Seraph goes to ward. And Zion hits the cleaver post-flash, means there's no escape.
Perfectly played out, very calm and collected in the gank. They got what they needed. We can see with that, Dexter is trying to get a little bit out of the bottom, knowing Crumbzz is top, but they may not be close enough. The flash could equal a return trip here for Dexter and possibly an early dragon for CLG.
The thing is, the flash was only burned on KiWiKiD, who is playing Thresh and can stand far back. So they can play this lane really safe and just have QTPie be the one extending for CS, relying on the Lantern for safety. KiWiKiD now can change playstyles, play further back with that Thresh. We'll see if he's able to do that. Right now they're shoved into turret.
Oh, he's going to be the TP. They're not going to be able to stop him out. Smart play here by Seraph, but he is forced to use that. Going to be a long walk for him if he keeps getting pushed out.
Yeah, that's the only way he's going to escape with his life. But even escaping with your life, you are left with a very bad scenario. Minion wave shoved onto Mundo's side of the map. So starvation incoming for Ryze. Crumbzz knows this. Seraph really wants to sort of at least get experience, and the camp continues.
Probably on the next throw, Kobe. You see Zion trying to just intertwine himself in the minions so he's not too caught up, but very good play by Seraph to keep in and out of the brush as far as he can from a gank path, because he's already got that bottom warded. Still going to be able to connect. They flash in, then he connects the slow. Beautifully done to make sure he does not miss the skill shot. One more for ZionSpartan.
Waits for the minion line to be in the perfect position. All around, well executed, well communicated there. Beautiful play there from Dignitas, camping the top lane, pressuring Seraph, getting him extremely far behind early, because not only did they kill him again, but they made him burn his teleport on the previous escape. So even after dying, can't get back to lane to shove it into the turret, and he is really in a tough spot here.
Very much so, but now how much is too much? Do they keep going after him and shutting him down, or do they want to get that pressure somewhere else?
They've done enough work that Crumbzz doesn't have to go up there anymore. Zion has complete control of this wave. It's pushing toward him. There's no summoners on this Ryze. He has complete control of the lane.
Very easy coming in here for Dig, at least in the early game, and this frees up Crumbzz to do so much. And now he's going to be bringing out the wards even earlier than usual as well. The pink and the green.
Oh my. There's no way Seraph can ever come down here. He has to have someone else come out, clear out this pink ward. If he goes to face that, he's risking death every single time.
Oh, Crumbzz is almost reading that one. They could try to come in on the bottom side. He's going to have good vision on this. There's the slow. A cleaver too? Oh, they double it, but they stack the slows, so we actually may be able to get out of this with the help of Dexter on the other side. A bit of miscommunication. Crumbzz and ZionSpartan are just wanting the kills so much.
split second. He got in there split seconds before Crumbzz was in position to take that kill.
Good job by Dexter, but that means Dexter's not been able to do much but hover the top side and make sure he can repair some of what's going on. Good concussive blows in the bottom lane off of Winter's Bite. Aphromoo and Doublelift still trying to be the carries CLG needs.
All right, so this is going to be a face check by Dexter, so some early damage. We'll see what Zion can add to it because
they want to turn this into a 2v2, and they're going to have the upper hand here. Seraph is going to go down again. Now the focus onto Dexter. He's trying to make himself bigger as a jungler, bigger for objectives, but one kill is only going to be onto Crumbzz. He's the one with the assist. ZionSpartan would have been
again,
nicer.
Hey, they traded kills. It seems like it's an even trade. Not even close to an even trade. Minion wave still on ZionSpartan's side. Seraph still getting denied. It's a level 6 to a level 4 Ryze here. There's it's okay. We'll stop talking about that top side of the map because that is really bad.
They played it perfectly. Like you said, not having a damaging jungler on CLG side means they're usually going to lose those 2v2s with damage on the top side of Crumbzz and Zion. So beautiful focus by DIG to understand that.
This has been a very well orchestrated game by Crumbzz. As we said, rolling off that play from last game, he really has done a great job getting the early lead for DIG this time around. DIG sitting very pretty right now. They've got their late scaling tank in a very, very strong position, and their jungle hit level 6 because Crumbzz was alive for that kill on Seraph right before he ended up going down. This is just going to keep on happening.
Level 6 to level 5 there too. There's the flashes blowing everything in defense now. Crumbzz can close the gap. He comes in for another assist. Crumbzz is absolutely omnipresent in creating action for DIG.
Crumbzz, like you said, making plays all over the map. He doesn't have to go top anymore. We just got a split screen there. Zion doing his own bullying of Seraph. Crumbzz pays a little attention down to bottom lane to turn that one around. Who did the kill go to there? KiWiKiD. Not the best, but still they got control of it. Trade of blues here. Good job by Dexter going for that invade because he knows he can't fight Crumbzz down there after they just killed bottom.
And with that engage in the bottom, that gank to the top actually blew Seraph's flash, so he is not having any good of a time. It must have just come up from the last time he did as well. So every time he has it, it's down. And that's only coming from ZionSpartan now as we see the pressure created everywhere on the map. Shiphtur still being Shiphtur in the mid lane, but as it usually counts, he's down in CS near the 10-minute mark, and that's what Link has done for CLG here. There we go, down to Dragon. We'll see if CLG can actually make this one work. Looks like they will have what they need. Crumbzz has been on a steel-crazy rampage recently in the playoffs. This could be close.
Ooh, he's gonna go for it too. That W evolve did a large chunk of damage. Oh no, Link running, interference.
Goes by himself, that's the smite and consume from Dexter. Now they turn back onto KiWiKiD. Very nicely done from CLG to force the objective. Get a little bit back.
They work off bottom side of the map. They don't call in Seraph. Zion doesn't come down either. And Dignitas do give up the early dragon here. So great pickup there for CLG to work through that window.
Finding what they can in very small instances, but they definitely did it. And in the early game.
And Dexter was almost dead too. If Crumbzz had ulted into a jump in there, oh no, there was a pink ward, never mind. He would have got caught if he tried to ult in there.
Oh right.
So that was a good safe play by him. But yeah, Dexter did get extremely low, pulling that off. So small.
Oh, having to ult just to dodge these cleavers. Getting that pass or getting that movement speed for himself. All right, you got to open your eyes for one of the cleavers. 15 to 14.3. A little bit of harassment here in the bottom lane from PewDiePie. They have brush control here very late into the laning phase. All right, that's taken away.
So top lane, of course that's going to be Dig's side. But the mid lane and the bottom lane both winning in CS for CLG right now. And the jungle, Doublelift gets hit with a hook though.
This is gonna be big. He's got the jump, but could it be far enough for the living artillery? Imaqtpie is pretty low on mana and he's got almost nothing left. Bio Arcane just wearing off, but they're biding their time. They're playing these really well and not taking too much damage as well to keep themselves somewhat in that lane. Going to the static shiv, so it is 90 to 83 in that CS.
Dexter coming to help out Seraph so they can get some of this money and this experience from the giant wave shoved into the turret.
See what we got. Mobility boots for KiWiKiD, the rush of the Sightstone for Aphromoo. You can see how much they're trying to stay protected with wards behind them as well towards their red side. PewDiePie quite low on mana, looking for the Dark Passage's escape here. There he gets it. Nice shooting. They're able to get a little bit of pressure relieved in the lane. We're still waiting for Doublelift to come out in the late game here, especially with Seraph. Had a hard time in that top lane, so it's going to take quite a while.
Really wondering where Crumbzz will go next because he has Flash and ult up, ready to go. Link has been shoving up fairly far in this lane, but he's got both sides of the river warded, so he's pretty safe. That would probably mean some more attention down bottom.
Very safe play here from Shiphtur. Knows to keep himself on the backside. A lot of gank potential coming in here from Link if he uses Last Breath along with Dexter to keep that slow in. We'll see CLG starting to get some forward wards in now, so that means they feel a lot more comfortable about what they're going to do next. Maybe a mid push, and Dragon will be up in a few minutes. They got to gain some ground here. CLG looks, or Dignitas rather, looks like they're going to make moves. Onto the turret, they may buster shot PewDiePie. He actually gets to the backside of the Glacial Fissure. They're not going to be able to kill that, or kill Aphromoo all the way down. Crumbzz just on the edge there.
Yep, there's good fights. No vision in the Tri-Bush for CLG means they need to back off. They do have good vision on the red buff though, so they see Crumbzz at red buff right now. Doublelift knows there's no possibility Crumbzz is still here. Ooh, very dangerous for Aphromoo, but man, PewDiePie's low too.
Oh no, KiWiKiD making the call to the team. He actually might be able to get one. Oh, he takes the swing, but it's PewDiePie from the outside as they go support for support.
So they trade kills plus jungle attention down bottom.
That's true.
Let's see how Crumbzz reacts to Dexter showing. Just farming wolves at the moment. Zion there is already starting to farm behind turrets.
Yeah.
Up in the top lane. Here comes the Ziggs.
They'll be able to get this one. Blood Boil as well as Tristana. Not too many shots. And they'll be taking that down. Gotta say, great job to CLG to pretty much stop a lot of the bleeding that was happening. The pressure to Seraph did not affect the rest of the team, really. They're keeping it up. They have a 2,000 gold lead along with the pressure in the bottom lane. Very good job by CLG to keep their minds in this one with so much trouble top.
That's a good point. Dexter didn't waste too much time trying to put a Band-Aid on that situation top. Focusing bottom, getting the Dragon down was huge for them, and then getting the turret down. Good job of CLG, not wasting too many resources up there, but it is definitely a problem for them, and Seraph is under attack once again.
Dear. They say he's got an assist. He's worth a little bit more money. Let's kill him again. Oh, so hard on that top lane in this game. KiWiKiD, even with the Moby boots. He's got a Sightstone now, so they're free to keep putting wards down. You can see a plethora of wards on the top side of CLG's side there near the red. But they're focused on mid lane right now. They don't need any buffs to be doing this, with the majority crashing down towards Shiphtur. He's got the blue buff, but you can see he's been trying so hard. He's actually still out of mana. Loses the mid turret, but able to be cleared out 2 here with KiWiKiD.
What a shove by CLG. Up 2 now in turrets over Dignitas. Yes, they'll probably answer that top one fairly soon, but a great job. CLG, this is the time of the game where they're just focusing on that bottom side of the map anyway. So opening up those 2 bottom side outer turrets is huge for them, and they leave behind a bunch of wards inside the jungle of Dignitas for the further plays.
Yep. Crumbzz trying to be a nuisance as he goes in, but they have a bit of a timer now, so they can really act on something in the next 5 minutes of that spawn. 13 seconds on Dragon. Looks like it's going to be the next fun spot for both teams as they start to get vision down. Looks like Doublelift is kind of considering the back there to see what kind of aggro he could pull to himself, and he realizes, yes, this bush is warded. It looks like they have enough warded themselves, though, Kobe. They're going to be able to grab this one up. 15 minutes in, a little bit of pressure from Dig.
Zion has teleport, though.
That's
and
true.
Zion is extremely beefy. He just bought. He has Spirit Vision's Tabby. That is a huge tank for the 15-minute Dragon fight. Yeah. You cannot ignore that.
Where's he going? Down to the Dragon, actually. He's going to kill. Oh, no! Oh!
That should be Dragon for Dig.
That is unfortunate. a miscommunication. When you teleport that fast, you see your team in a spot, but the actual distance that those icons are from each other was a lot farther than he expected to the kill brush. Dignitas picking up Dragon off of that teleport.
CLG have to be careful about a flank teleport. They don't know where all of Dig's wards are. If they get too close to watching that Dragon, Zion can teleport behind them. That's why they don't go to even watch what happens. Don't even mess around with trying to contest it. Pull back off, hug the tower. Don't let yourselves get flanked. You've already lost the Dragon. Don't try and overreach there. What a play for Dig, though. ZionSpartan, just bullying Seraph, is able to earn them a Dragon.
Very nicely done. Still waiting to see both of these teams' kind of fight compositions come together as well. We have the Kha'Zix, we have Yasuo's on both sides. They're going to be getting nitty and gritty when it comes to it. But right now, Dig has stayed on the outside of everything, gotten kills with the pokes, and gotten great wave clear with Shiphtur's Ziggs. That's something as well, that he just clears lanes.
Oh, another bush attempt here on the duo lane. Also, a low roaming Link is coming down. So nicely done. Aphromoo planned that one out, even more than KiWiKiD had it planned. He was already walking away. That's a dead guy. Acathian, not so much a surprise, but it wasn't that good. Got him to go down. KiWiKid's happy with that one. And they're going to be able to pick up top turret. CLG answers with that one. Beautiful job across the map by both teams. The gold is practically even now, but those turrets still in the favor of CLG 3-1. Let's watch that again. See, KiWiKiD kind of knows. He's like, I might want to give you an escape. And Aphromoo says, yeah, I see that. Yeah, beautiful time by Aphromoo. He knows exactly what they're going to try here.
So cool.
The lantern for the escape. This is Tristana, Grievous Wounds.
That would have been a great shutdown for Doublelift to get Kobe. Big money there, 301 on a ZionSpartan.
Yeah, I love how they're using Dexter rotating him around the map to when they want to take these turrets down. Blood boil onto somebody, boom, a turret's gone. They've got the last outer one taken out now. The only thing for them to set up would be more Dragon control because they had a very poor start to the last one.
I like the build as well, coming in from Shiphtur, not facing AP and mid, goes himself Morellonomicon as he stacks tier and a rod into that inventory. Nice choice of items from him.
And that rod could even turn into a Zhonya's. Now,
that's true.
You can exhaust Yasuo when he ults you, or you can spam a Zhonya's when you first get hit by the original knockup. To try and fit that sucker in between. Which is extremely annoying. We'll see if he does end up going for that, or if it's just a death cap. Could easily as well just be a death cap.
Well, with the Morellonomicon, he can easily clear these waves out right now, especially with the blue buff on him, so it'll be good there. The power would be fantastic. Crumbzz on the blue, getting a lot of attention for it, but he won't get any contest.
Yeah, they're trying to panic, make him panic smite it and force him into taking it away from Shiphtur so that they didn't have to deal with Ziggs wearing it, but not quite there in time. 1-3-1 split push here from CLG. They've got plenty of protection for Doublelift, plus he's on Tristana, so very difficult for Doublelift or this three-man squad to get caught up here.
It must feel so scary when you just know your wards are being cleared out to the right of you and you're being closed into that lane in the top side. Doesn't look like CLG stays in that position for too long and they get themselves back to ward clearing towards the Baron pit. There's going to be Doublelift, however, in his special environment in that top lane, farming away. 187 to 170 for that lane. Good satchel charge to stop any bit of an engage there. Ooh. Crumbzz feels like Dexter got a little too close. Instantly on and off to slow any people chasing on that fight, and looks like Dignitas will not be able to pursue.
They've got the three-man squad there to collapse. Braum comes in to protect him.
This is different.
Oh, they are almost getting behind Doublelift here. Can KiWiKiD get it there for the play to interrupt?
Very close. Doublelift's trying to capitalize. A little bit of a misplay there. And everybody stays safe. Not much has happened here in the past few minutes. Both teams are kind of giving each other respect at mid-game item spikes here. You can definitely make a play with an Aphromoo into a Link. And even on the other side, if they get what they want in some kind of objective fight, we saw Shiphtur and the team coming up big last time. Still haven't seen really ZionSpartan be put to use on a 301 Mundo, already building up HP to get some more defense under the belt once he can get those items in his recipe. We're 21 minutes in, Kobe, and Dignitas is really making a good fight for that win here.
Yeah, well, let's see what they can do, because they've got the Trinity Force Cutlass Kog'Maw versus the Static Shiv Incomplete Infinity Edge Tristana. So there is still a small window here for Dig.
Those sting. Nice lockdown. Good dodge by Seraph, right? Face to face going in with ZionSpartan. So he doesn't need any more help from the team. They're going to be able to hang out mid, and 50 seconds is going to be very important for everybody to be quite healthy and teleports up. See who gets the advantage here.
Dig should feel a little bit more pressure to gain control of this next dragon fight, because this is a small window here. Before Triss actually completes the Infinity Edge, they definitely have the opportunity to make some big plays. Gold's still dead even, but after that point, when it's completed, it gets really, really tough for them.
Oh boy. They are KiWiKiD hunting right now. The jump over the wall. Oh, he flashes. Good hold on the buster shot from Doublelift as well, so it doesn't force him away. They can use that next time for the kill potential. And no chase as well. But they can see Dignitas now has the idea. CLG setting up squads to bushwhack. Oh. They're not going to let it happen. No mana here for Seraph. It might be one last rune prison. Oh, very close on the turret shots, but he is able to get out with his ultimate. ZionSpartan down to the last hair of health.
Dragon is live. Seraph forced back to base, but he's got his teleport ready. Let's see what we can do here. Dignitas currently have control of that vision.
They got the minion waves where they want them, so now it's mid-time. Looks like it might even be dragon time, as that wind wall is going to prevent the wave from even helping them in that time.
There's a small ward down in the side for Seraph to teleport on, but Link is chucked out so low. Dignitas do secure it. Pick up a global gold for them. Definitely much needed. They have to work around. Oh, the Infinity Edge was just completed for Doublelift. Now is the time where he really starts to ramp up.
Definitely a big item threshold for him. And he is going to be joining with the team now. He doesn't really have too many waves to be pushing. If anything, he's going to be stopping in the bottom lane if Seraph doesn't get there first. But right now, with this Baron pressure, he stops even going towards mid. And they're going to start everybody powering numbers towards the Baron pit. Dig, like I said before, they have been showing so well at Barons. This could be the time that Crumbzz comes up big again for the team.
See if they can shove down the mid. Flash initiation.
Oh, Aphromoo playing it like he likes to. Getting himself right in the middle of the fray. A huge disengage with that box from KiWiKiD. Looks like they might be able to pick themselves up in Aphromoo, and the caustic spittle hits for the kill coming from KiWiKiD.
What? Are you kidding me? That was a 4-man perfect disengage, and then the hook gets thrown out in all the chaos and only grab in a kill.
One flash, one exhaust.
4-man kill for Dig. Zion didn't even have to use his teleport. He can just go split push now.
There's too many of those engages, Kobe. We saw it last time where Pobelter was talking about Shiphtur disengaging an entire team onto KiWiKiD. He stays alive, and he will not go down to that ignite. Oh, what? Doublelift goes right into the fight. He says, I may go down, but it's going to be valiantly. He actually picks up quite a shutdown on that, so it's going to be good gold for him.
Doublelift on the Rocketeer there, jumping right into the fire. Doesn't want to let KiWiKiD get away with that one. Does cost him his own life.
That's like Lee Sin taking a Q. But just had to do it.
You really got to shout out KiWiKiD, because he received a lot of hate after the last quarterfinals that they had. The last best of 5, and he has really shown up much better in this best of 5 series here, especially recently. A couple of extremely strong hooks from him.
See that again.
Let's take a look at him. Aphromoo/initiate. So they go for the KiWiKiD.
Exhaust.
Gets exhausted. Again, this is all 4-man squad here. KiWiKiD gets the box up to dissuade any chase, and then lands the hook on the exit. Plenty of long-range damage there from Dignitas to follow it up. All along here, Shiphtur from the back line on the Ziggs, quietly throwing out bombs, adding a lot of damage. And here's that 1v1 we talked about.
Uh-oh, this could be the attacks. So much HP, he almost hits it. He gets the top side of that last Q. He's not gonna get the last breath, beautiful. Actually, last breath was down, but it would have popped him up for the kill. Looking around the map now, seeing who's got the items, but actually look at the items and wards. Pinks and greens, even for KiWiKiD, they're trying to hold the vision control and the map control they have right now. You can see CLG on the back foot, and wards are just going to help that out so much more.
Let's see where Dig decided to go after the all-important mid-outer turret's been taken. Turret's evened up for them. They finally have enough ground to work with here. They're trying to place the wards deep inside. Get a little bit of vision on the red buff. Dragon won't be up for a while, so they should be shifting most of their vision efforts towards the top side of the map. Even though Dexter does not max consume on Nunu, he's already level 12, so he's got at least, it must be at 4 points in there, 3 points in there right now. So he's got 3 points in it at least. You can't leave it blind, even if he's not maxing that consume.
Well, Kobe, this is one of the first games we haven't really got an early Baron auto, so there's really a lot more respect and warding going on that these teams are remembering to do.
Yeah, Dexter actually, he's not even maxing consume second. He just put 3 points into it, and now maxing W. So he's got full Ice Blast. Looks like consume will be the last thing he puts his points into.
Oh, hello.
Again, Link finds a duelist partner.
Oh, he sees Dexter on the other side, gonna get the blood boil and everything else that they want to continue this fight. Zion's like, come on, guys.
There's no ignite. There was no ignite
right,
for
exactly.
Link. So not able to kill him. But man, that dive, Baron for Dig.
This is crazy. CLG is gonna maybe be able to grab an inhibitor on this one. We do have nothing in the bottom lane.
Can this two-man squad stop the returns? One person's already back. Ziggs.
Huge bomb.
The best person.
Over the wall. And Link's, oh, very, very close to going down there. They get the inhibitor, they stick with it, and they're gonna have to fight Aphromoo and Seraph to get out of this one, but it looks like they're gonna be happy with it. You can see the rotation of this fight maybe staying together, and everybody in the bottom lane,
on a
they're
ward.
actually backing. Uh-oh. It's gonna be a beautiful play. Oh my, wow. I was gonna say the full amount of damage didn't hit, but it was just the bomb bouncing in its last spot. Doublelift knows he needs to exit this one. He's back.
That was a cheeky little move there just to get around the corner. That's smart by Doublelift, not recalling in the actual tri-bush.
Dig's still moving towards the mid lane here. Very nicely done. They're going to have to make CLG react now to that inhibitor in the bottom lane so they can't use it right away. Still, they have to worry about Baron with Dignitas and any moves they decide to make from here on out.
And the moves they decide to make are shove down mid turret while they have this opening. Zion's back at base though, so they definitely won't overcommit. He does not have teleport, so they cannot force anything without him.
This would be a great time for Dig to go back, set up their wards. They got minions in the top lane CLG has to worry about. They already actually have a great amount of tank wards out. Pretty much main entrance to the bottom side if you're going to get somebody farming, like a Ryze, and everything on the top side as well. Don't have to worry about Baron. It's theirs for probably another 3.5 minutes here. And we'll see how they utilize that. CLG can still get some money back on Dragon this late in the game. They're only 3,000 gold down. Still a very close game, to say the least. We've seen Dig give up an inhibitor turret many times for a Baron. And like we said before, Barons have kind of been their way to victory instead of lost this split.
Yeah, let's see how they actually use it, though. How can they siege up here? They do have Ziggs and Kog'Maw, so they've got the tools available. Zion, as we said, though, doesn't have teleport, so it's up to them to be a 4-man siege squad. Oh.
You will not back.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Very nice.
CLG counter shoving this because they don't really want to fight it. They made the call actually to leave Doublelift there. He just canceled his teleport. So they're making the call to give up middle inhibitor turret for this side shove.
Big fight coming in. Looks like it might even be more attack speed and crit for Imaqtpie. He just wants to shred through people with that Bio Arcane on this fight. Bottom lane still going on. 1v1. ZionSpartan says thank you very much for the kill. And Dignitas is pushing through right now. Minion wave just behind them as they're making their way into the base. Not a whole lot of siege clear. They have the Trist static shiv, but they're going to have to be working this. The Absolute Zero is actually down, and a few more shots on that Nexus turret would be it. Seraph, one shot. No, he used the Seraph's Embrace. Keeps himself alive as Crumbzz get in as well. Mega Inferno Bomb goes down, and they take down Seraph as well. 38 to 40 seconds on the clock for them, and Dignitas does not seem to be leaving the base.
Well, hindsight is 20/20 there. Yeah. Not giving up the inhibitor turret so easily. Looks like Dignitas, that might actually give them the game.
They have CLG on the ropes, and they want even more. It's going to be KiWiKiD focusing beautifully on the turret. Shiphtur giving his auto attacks to it as well. The Nexus is open here in our first semifinal matchup. Will CLG get it going for broke here? Dignitas is not falling. All the CLG health bars have been nullified, and the Nexus to fall. 30 minutes in, Game 3. Dignitas takes the best-of-5 series against CounterLogic Gaming.
The relief and smiles on the Dignitas players' faces right now. They can finally relax. They've secured their 5th spot.
Relax indeed.
And they won't have to play in the relegations.
What an early game. Treading water so deep was CLG with all those kills onto Seraph. They were somehow able to stick in it, but Dignitas knew exactly what they wanted to do the whole time. Every one of their wins here was very explosive when it came to that point where they wanted to win. It wasn't a walk into the base, it was one and done.
Yeah, because they make these calls that are very risky here. You saw the yellow pings as well going down at that inhibitor turret. So the plan definitely was to give up the inhibitor turret there. But the catches from Dignitas, they didn't expect Dignitas to also get kills on top of middle. And man, once they get that catch, that quickly steamrolls into a game.
And I'm sure that man right there is quite happy. Odie, he came in today and he said, you know, every time I come to a matchup of Dig CLG, we lose. So I guess this is turning things around for Dig. They were able to pull out.
He's broken the curse.
Broken the curse indeed. What play.